Hello again, BMCSC students. One of the issues we want to talk about here for this video is how to identify whether or not you need a comma with an introductory clause or an introductory phrase. So what I've done for you in advance is the thing that you want to do if this is an area of struggle for you. Underline the first word in every sentence on your paper. What you want to do is ask yourself, is it a noun? If the first word in your sentence isn't even a noun, something strange is going on, something different is happening, and you can't have what we call an active voice active voice sentence. Now that being said, it's not entirely out of the realm that it might be an adjective, and I might be able to show you a few here in the feature that I'm working with, but if the first word in your sentence isn't a noun, then it can't possibly be a subject, and so it means you're backing into your sentence. So let's take a look at this right here. I got a feature, and what I'm looking at is the first word to each of these sentences. Burials at sea, that's a noun. It's actually a noun phrase. Burials at sea is the subject of that sentence, so that sentence is fine. Sailors, well, that's an obvious noun, so we're good to go. Sailors can take part in certain Navy traditions. So you'll notice when you start with a noun, the sentence flows pretty regularly. Now let's look at the word although. Although is either a conjunctive adverb or a preposition. When the first word in your sentence is a preposition, it's almost certain that you're backing into a sentence. So what you're saying in this sentence here, the actual sentence begins with, there are times when it does. That's your sentence right here. But before you get to the point of your sentence, you're telling the reader what the condition of this is. So, although manning the rails typically is not done to pay respect to the service members who have died, there are times when it does. So with this story, this conditional word here sets a stage for what your actual sentence implies. And you can identify that. And you'll notice right here, when you identify the subject of your sentence, you can identify where the comma goes, because your introductory phrase usually ends before the subject of your actual sentence. Manning the rails, that's a noun. Manning, a lot of people confuse INGs as verbs, and they can be. I like walking. I am walking to the store today. That is using it as a verb, but more often than not, when you see ing, you're actually using what's called a gerund noun. You're using the act of a verb as a noun. But in this case, manning the rails is a time-honored tradition. Service members, so we're good there. They then, so whatever's going on, they are doing it. Manning the rails again, the idea. Sailors and Marines. So when your sentence begins with a noun, then all you have to do is make sure that that noun is your subject. But that's a much less common issue when you're looking for it, and it's not what we're looking for in this case. And I want to keep each of these videos narrowed down to what you want to look for. So right here, what I want you guys to see is this sentence here is the one that demonstrates what we're looking for. So again, if the first sentence isn't even a noun, it can't possibly be your subject. If the first word in your sentence isn't your subject, something's going on. And if that first word is a preposition or a conjunctive adverb, you are officially what we call backing into a sentence, and you're going to need a comma somewhere, and that comma is usually located right before the actual subject of your sentence. So I hope this little video has helped you identify one of the other more common issues that happen in features, and I hope that it's enabled you to identify what you're trying to accomplish and how to solve that problem. We'll do several more of these little videos, and each one will be designed to target one thing, which is how you should be editing your features. Target one thing at a time, look for those. And that is one of the better ways to identify whether or not you need a comma with an introductory phrase or an introductory clause. Thank you.